for him. God don't create what?
God don't create under his body. You say God don't
Isaiah 45. I'm going to show you. It's out the Bible. It's out the Bible. I'm going to show you that he created evil. I'm going to show you out of the Bible. What?
Isaiah chapter 45 verse 7. I formed the light and create darkness.
God said, I form the light and create darkness. Read.
I make peace and create evil.
That's what the Bible just said. God said, I create evil.
But why you create evil give him problems?
Because it's always the opposite of everything. If he created good, there gotta be evil.
That's why you have sin. That's why sin comes about. But God don't create evil. God don't create against his body.
Did you not just hear what it said? Read it again.
I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil.
Okay. Okay. Do you believe the Bible? Let's start there first. Do you believe the Bible? Because no matter what I read, if you don't believe the book, it's just a waste of time. So do you believe the Bible? Okay, why don't you believe all of this? Your forefathers. Your forefathers wrote the Bible. To mess up my mind. He tells us not to kill, not to steal, not to commit adultery, not to rape. That's to mess with our mind? Why would they write that?
I don't think God created Satan.
Yes, he created all of it. Watch, give me Colossians chapter 1. Listen, my brother, watch. Colossians chapter 1.
Colossians chapter 1 verse 15. Who is the image of the invisible God?
So Christ is the image of the invisible God. Read.
The firstborn of every creature.
The firstborn of every creature. So God's first creation was Jesus Christ. Read.
For by him,
so by Christ,
were all things created.
Were all things created. Even Satan. All things on earth and heaven was created by Jesus Christ.
That's right. That are in heaven.
Woo! That's in heaven.
And that are in earth.
That's on earth.
Visible,
visible,
and invisible.
And invisible. Satan is what the invisible would be. We can't see Satan.
Right.
But he created Satan. Read.
Whether they be thrones, or dominions, or principalities, or powers, all things were created by him and for him.
So all things was created by him and for him. Now let me give you an example of what he created Satan for. Job chapter 1. We're going to give you an example of what he created Satan for. Against what we've been taught all our lives, God created good and evil, and he wanted us to make a choice. He's not going to force us to worship him. He wants us to make a choice on who we're going to worship. That's what God wanted. Give me Job chapter 1.
Job chapter 1 verse 1. There was a man in the land of Uz, whose name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright, and one that feared God and eschewed evil.
So this man Job, you heard of the prophet Job before, right? He was a perfect man. So contrary to what we've been taught, Job was perfect. So men can be perfect. Job was a perfect man. Read, get to the point.
There was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord.
So there was a day that the Israelites, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, came to present themselves before God. This is a vision I'm trying to create the vision in your mind. Read.
And Satan.
And who?
And Satan.
You hear that?
Came also among them.
And Satan came also among them. Satan came to the Most High God.
That's right.
Satan is God's employee.
That's right.
He goes to God to learn everything that he can. Satan ain't running around rampant just doing what he want to do. I'm going to show you. Read.
And the Lord said unto Satan, whence comest thou?
So God said to him, yo, what you doing here? What you want?
Then Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth.
So he said, I'm going to and fro in the earth.
And from walking up and down in it.
Right.
And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job?
So God said, have you considered tempting my servant Job? Have you ever tried my servant Job?
That's the same person God created, right?
Who? Satan?
Satan.
Yes.
The same person he created.
Right.
Yeah, he created him to actually come and give him problem, right?
To come give God problem?
Yeah.
No.
He just said that God.
He came to ask God, when God asked him, have you ever tempted my servant Job?
Yes.
He created him to be a tempter to the
Yes.
Shalom Israel, Most High in Christ bless. Scan that QR code that you will see on the screen. Because guess what? We trying to push this truth throughout the four corners of the earth. Let's push this truth throughout the four corners of the earth, man. Stop playing games.
Make sure you subscribe to all our channels. We're pushing the truth. Make sure you subscribe.
Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Stop playing games.
A tempter. He's a tempter. In our minds, we have wicked and evil thoughts. That's Satan,
You
the
don't know the story
spiritual
of
being
Job?
Satan. The spiritual demon Satan is in our heads.
So God and Satan kind of like had a bet
A bet?
that he could
No.
not.
No.
No.
Really, I see what you're saying, but don't use the word bet.
Okay.
He just,
That he can't
just
corrupt.
asked-
That he
he
cannot
wanted-
corrupt Job.
he had so much faith in Job that he's like, yo, you could try Job. He's not going to give in.
Right.
He's not going to give in.
That's what I mean.
That's what you mean. I get what you're saying. All right. Read.
And the Lord said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man?
So this is how God feels about Job, a perfect and upright man. So is more on that goes into him? Read.
One that fears God and escheweth evil.
And hates evil. Read.
Then Satan answered the Lord and said, Though Job fear God for naught, hast thou not made an hedge about him, and about his house, and about all that he hath on every side?
So this is what Satan is saying. You put a protection around Job. That's why he ain't messing up. This is why he's not in sin. This is why he's not in sin, because you protect it. You put a hedge around Job, a spiritual protection around him, meaning that everything Job do or touch, you bless it and it's going to be prosperous. You put a spiritual protection on it. That's why he's not sinning. Read.
Thou hast blessed the work of his hands,
Thou hast blessed the works of his hands. Everything Job put his hands to was blessed. Read.
and his substance is increased in the land. But put forth thine hand now, and touch all that he hath, and he will curse thee to thy face.
So Satan said, take your hand away from everything for protecting him and watch him curse you. This is a conversation with God and Satan. Satan, that you said that God didn't create. He's dealing with him in the heavenly realm, in the spiritual realm. He's saying, I'm going to go tempt the servant Job. So,
I say, God knew what Job was going to do.
God knows everything before it happens.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
He's God.
That's what I'm saying. God, yaga. I reason right here, sir. I reason the right thing.
Right.
So it's a right time for taking this.
Good. I'm happy.
Right. We don't know nothing there. So yes, sir, God knew what Job was going to do.
Right.
So,
But the choice is still Job. Job doesn't know. You understand what I'm saying? Like God, the creator of all things. Remember, one day is as 1,000 years to the Most High God.
Right.
That's why this book has prophecies in it. Why do you think this is a book called a book of prophecy? Because there's things that, for example, slavery. Slavery is written in the Bible. Us going into cargo slave ships from the west coast of Africa to America is written in the Bible. But that was written 3,000 years ago by Moses.
I was asking.
That was written 3,000 years ago by Moses, but it didn't come to pass until the 1400s.
I was arguing about this. We're in King Selassie.
No.
No. King Selassie.
He's an Ethiopian.
Yeah,
That's not my people. I'm an Israelite.
That's not Jesus.
I know.
He's not my people. He's an Ethiopian.
Everybody's one.
Good. So,
people.
but are we
everybody's
going to
not
teach?
my
As in,
people.
are we going to teach
Everybody's
us
not
about
my Chinese,
Are we
that's
going to
a
teach
different race of
against
people.
it?
Japanese, that's a different race of people.
There's one God.
Huh?
It's one God, right?
Yes, and he's the one God over the Israelites. No, you also 27 again. Watch, I'm going to show you that Your
I'm not
mind
supposed to.
came
I
from
just
this.
told you.
That's right.
Even though you may not believe that this is Jesus Christ, a lot of our thought process still comes from this. Because you believe he's the God of everybody. That's what this person said. That's what they said. When you read the Bible, that is not what the Bible says. Watch. I'm going to read it to you. 1 second, I'm going to read it to you.
Joel, chapter 2, verse 27. And you shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord your God.
Are you listening? I want you to start from the top. I want you to listen carefully.
And you shall know that I am in the midst of Israel,
You should know that God is in the midst of Israel,
and that I am the Lord your God,
and I am the Lord your God, Israel,
and none else.
and none else. God is only the God of the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. The people that you see on that sign right there, God is the God of the Israelites, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you. And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord.